I know it's annoying that I laugh at such random things, even when it's not even funny, but it's something I can't control. But it's literally a bad thing, because I could be laughing at such, like, in the worst situation ever. Like, bro, I be getting in trouble 24/7 because of my laughing addiction. Bro, the many times I've been moved out of my seat for laughing so much is unbelievable. Bro, this one time I was in the principal's office because this kid, bro, he kept making fun of me to the point I got tired. I finally said something back, and now I'm the bad guy here. Bro, this kid made such a scene. I even believed in myself. He snitched on me. I just started laughing. Because it's funny, like, how he was making such a scene. It was just funny to me. And, like, obviously, the principal, since she saw me laughing, she thought I was, like, bullying the kid or making fun of... Oh, why am I lagging? Oh, am I lagging? She, like, thought I was making fun of him, and I was the one that got in trouble and got a referral, yada, yada, yada. And because of that kid, I could not go to the field trip. So, Flip, you... Oh, yeah, we're fighting for a poppet. Bro, Flip, you and your poppet.
Okay, I'm telling you a story time about how I caught my mom cheating on my dad. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Well, not really crazy, because I don't know how to explain, but... So, basically, this one time, I was, like, 9 years old, and... one day my dad goes to work because, you know, it was like early in the morning, and like I was like asleep, so like I just knew he left. So like not even that long later, like 20-30 minutes later, I hear like a male voice coming back in, and like it was still like really early, so I wasn't gonna wake up, obviously. Like I needed my sleep. So I was sleeping, and I hear this male voice like speaking, but like not like loud, you know, or anything. Because like I didn't think nothing of it, because obviously why are you gonna speak loud at like 4 or 5 in the morning? Like what the fuck? So then after I just hear them go straight to my mom's room, because my room is like right here, and then like the hallway's right there. My mom's the one right next to my room. So I hear her, I hear the door close. I'm like, maybe he just didn't have work today. I go back to sleep, not thinking anything of it. I wake up, it's like 9, and I still hear like it's like 2 people talking, like my mom and a guy, and obviously I think it's my dad, because why would I think anything else? So as I get out of my room, you know, I go and get cereal. I'm pouring my cereal in my bowl, I'm pouring my milk, mixing that shit up. No, I'm not, but like, yeah. Anyways, I wanted to watch TV, because like you're not gonna catch me eating while watching nothing. I don't care. So I wanted to watch TV, and I remembered, oh, the control is in my mom's room, but I did not want to go in there. So my mom walked in my room. That's how I walked in when I found out too. Anyways, so yeah, and like I was at the age where I knew everything. I'm telling you, these walls are thin. So I was like, I don't know if I should go in there. I knock on the door. Oh my god, I knock on the door. So I'm like, should I risk it? Like, I want to watch TV. My cereal's gonna get soggy. So ignore if you hear any. It's my cat. But anyways, so yeah, I open the door. I go in the room. I see the most nastiest thing ever. It wasn't my papa. It was another man. So I'm just there, like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to react, because it's never happened. My dad, I never had a dad. Well, I did, but that man is long gone. R.I.P. bro. Happy Father's Day.
Story time on how my dad's girlfriend kicked me out of the house when I was 14 while I make slime. Get your money's worth and let it drain. Yeah. So basically my dad was at work, and it's like me and my siblings like in the living room, right? So we start having like a regular sibling argument, right? I was basically telling one of my siblings that they needed to take a shower because, no. I put like water in here, that's why it's so gooey. So my sister's mom like walked into the kitchen while we're arguing. So she's in the kitchen, and I tell my sister, I'm like, you need to take a shower. You smell like a sriracha chicken packet. Hurry up and get in there. Mind you, it wasn't just me telling my sister to take a shower. It was like all of us telling her to take a shower. Next thing you freaking know, like her mom butts into the argument. She starts going, oh no, my baby doesn't stink. Like, y'all stink, my baby doesn't stink, right? Now, me and my other sisters are looking at her like, where did you come from? She's like, y'all are the ones that stink, whatever. Like, she's just like repeating herself. I'm telling her like, she stinks. Like, I don't see the issue. Like, she clearly freaking stinks. Like, what is so hard for you to understand? She says, shut up, y'all stink. And so I say, no, we don't. She says, say it one more time. I look at her face, I say, no, we don't. So then she walks over to where I'm at, and she like tries to drag me off of like the couch, and like I dead weight on her, so I just drop all my weight on her, and she's like struggling to drag me outside. She ended up dragging me out, obviously, and she locked the door, and I'm like banging on the door, I'm like, let me back in, and she's like, no, like, you're so disrespectful, I'm gonna call your dad, like blah blue. Now I'm embarrassed because I'm standing outside with my hair on top of my head in pajamas. Like, so then I walked to my childhood best friend's house, and you know, his grandma let me in and everything, and she asked me like what happened, and I told her what happened. So I was kicked out of the house at like 2 p.m. and I didn't leave my childhood best friend's house until like 9:30 p.m. So my dad ended up calling my childhood best friend's grandma, and you know, she gave me the phone and everything, and don't mind my ring in the slime, but she gave me, you know, the phone, and I'm talking to my dad, I'm telling him what happened. Now, naive and dumb of me, I'm over here thinking that he's gonna be like, oh baby, you know, go home and I'm gonna handle it when I get to the house. He sits up there on my phone and goes, you were being disrespectful, that's what you get, you better be happy I'm not whooping you when I get home. What? So this is around the time where like I didn't really have a phone. Like I did not have a phone at all. My dad did not get me a phone, a new phone. My sister broke my phone and my dad just never replaced it. And to answer y'all questions in my last video, like how did my mom react? She was actually really mad. Like when I tell y'all she was peed off, she was peed off. Like she was angry. A lot of the things she said I cannot repeat on here. And she couldn't get to us at the time because my dad kind of like kept us away from her, you know? So it's just a very tricky situation that I like can't really get into. But yeah, that's the story time on how my dad's girlfriend put me out.
Found out that my fiance is the father of my 3-year-old cousin. My fiance and I have been dating since we were teenagers, and I've always thought that he was the full package. He was polite, funny, handsome, smart, and we really never fought about anything. I also thought I was so lucky for how close I am to my aunt. Now, I grew up about a 10-minute drive away from my aunt, so we've always been super close. She was married for a few years, but went through a pretty bad divorce and never had any kids. I spent about 4 or 5 nights a week as a kid spending time with my aunt. She was literally like a second mom to me. When my aunt told me about 4 years ago that she was pregnant, I was shocked, to say the least. I didn't think she was seeing anyone. And we told each other everything. Every time she was dating somebody, she always talked to me about it. But when I asked her who the father of the baby was, she was always really vague, said it was somebody that she was seeing casually, but he's not going to be involved in the baby's life. I was like, you know what, whatever, none of my business. Once my little cousin was born, it was amazing. I absolutely love him. He's the sweetest kid in the entire world, and he's basically like my little brother. My fiance has also spent a ton of time with him, and I never thought anything weird about this. It made sense that they were spending a lot of time together and he was hanging out with me and my baby cousin. Why would I think that was weird? Now, I would say my life was going pretty well until about a week ago when I was sitting at home and my fiance was out with his friends. I was binge watching a show on Netflix, and at some point my computer died. And I was so comfy in bed. I didn't want to like get up and get the charger, but I saw that my fiance's laptop was on the nightstand. Now, I thought this was the perfect solution. I didn't have to get out of bed. I could continue watching my show. Yeah, it was not what I was expecting. As soon as I turn on his iPad and put in his passcode, it starts lighting up with text messages. And I noticed a lot of them are from my aunt's number. He didn't have her number saved, which I thought was weird, but I have her number memorized, so I immediately knew it was hers. And I see that one of the texts that popped up at the top of the screen said, we really need to tell her. It's not fair for her not to know. I know I shouldn't have, but I was nosy. And I think most people would have done what I did. And I was like, I need to open this text thread. In these text messages, my aunt is telling my fiance that it will be unfair for my little cousin to grow up not knowing who his dad is and thinking that his cousin's husband, you know, who will be his cousin, is just his older cousin and not his dad. I was shocked. My fiance is saying back that although he does want his child to know that he is the father, he doesn't want to risk ruining our relationship and that he loves me. And if I ever found out about this, we would definitely be over and he couldn't risk that. Now, there weren't that many texts, but definitely enough to tell what was going on and enough to completely destroy my world. I waited for my fiance to get home, and when he did, all I did was hand him the iPad with the text conversation pulled up. I'd obviously been crying for hours, and at first he was speechless. Then he broke down into tears and admitted that 4 years ago when I went on a girls' trip, he started an affair with my aunt. Apparently it only lasted a month too long, but he found out that she was pregnant with my baby cousin. And they both made the decision that they wouldn't tell me because they didn't want me to be upset and cut them out of my life. Okay, so they just lied to me. They've been lying to me for 4 years. My fiance and my aunt, who's like a second mother to me,